Hello everyone and welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. This video is on the astrology of Saturn retrograde, the first portion of it. Stick around as I'm taking some cards for each and every zodiac sign on what's going to be happening with Saturn retrograding in the sign of Capricorn. I will put the link in the description box below the timestamp so you can go straight to your own sign and see what the cards are saying. Let's look at the chart here. Let's get started on Saturn retrograde in 2020. Now, first of all, Saturn is right here. Okay, this is the 11th of May of 2020. This is when Saturn will be retrograding. Saturn was traveling in the sign of Capricorn, its rulership, that's where it's very strong, and it moved into Aquarius and reached up to the point of 1 degree and 57 minutes, which is almost 2 minutes. Now, on the 11th of May, Saturn will be retrograding back into the sign of Capricorn again. Now, Saturn is the ruling planet, of Capricorn, but it also rules the sign of Aquarius. So it's comfortable in the sign of Aquarius. It is, though, much heavier in the sign of Capricorn. It's heavy. It's like lead. So Saturn rules the 10th house, the natural house of Capricorn. And what is the 10th house? 10th house is its work. It's the government. It's the law. It's hierarchy. It's the boss. 10th house is also what we strive to achieve, our social standing in the world. So therefore, Saturn transiting its home sign of Capricorn does ask for integrity. What else is Saturn all about? Saturn is the lord of karma, timing, and of the past. In Greek mythology, he's called Chronos, which means timing. And we know that in ancient mythology, Kronos would eat his own children. Therefore, there is a lot of fear around the Saturnian energy. Okay, now Capricorn is a cardinal sign which asks for initiation. Capricorn is also the elder. So when we talk about Capricorn, so I don't confuse you, when we talk about Capricorn, it's as though we're describing Saturn. Capricorn is Earth, yes, so is Saturn. Capricorn is the boss, so is Saturn. So the traits that Saturn has are from the sign of Capricorn. Now, Capricorn is also the elder, the wiser, the responsible one, the person that has got all those responsibilities on their shoulders. I usually tend to see the Emperor. The Emperor is very Capricornian for me, even though, you know, in the tarot they don't say it's Capricorn. We usually say it's Aries. I say it's Taurus as well, but yes, the responsibilities, the resilience, that is Saturn and Capricorn. Now, Saturn retrograde. We know that Saturn is the lord of karma. A retrograde Saturn is double the karma. Now, with this retrograde, we're going to have the chance to work through a lot of karma. We know that Saturn gives the rewards once we've been standing strong, we've been responsible, we've done the work. Okay, as Saturn poses limitations, restrictions, a lot of anxiety and maybe fear as well. So once we've moved and we've grown into the, we've taken on the position of the emperor, then we reap the rewards. The rewards of recognition, the rewards of being the one in charge, the rewards of earning more because we're sitting on the emperor's throne. Obviously, the money will be better. The status is much higher. So there are many rewards that Saturn gives, and we know that Saturn is like lead, it's heavy. Capricorn is earth, it's very slow moving, just like Saturn. It's all about timing. When the timing is ripe, we're able to pick that apple. It's ripened, it's ready to eat. That's what Saturn is. Now Saturn is going to be moving backwards from Aquarius, as you can see right here, back into the sign of Capricorn and it will be staying there, as it will be going back to 25 degrees of Capricorn. So it'll be somewhere here, okay, until the 17th of December, where it will be moving direct all the time until December, till it moves back into Aquarius. So all this area that it's covered, so from 25 degrees of Capricorn, when it started to move forward over the shadow phase, the ground that it will be covering again as it comes back, so it will be, now it's actually stationed. It's stationed, it's stopped, and it's ready to move retrograde. So when a planet stops, it's very strong. A stationed planet, very, very powerful. So there is nothing moving in actual fact. There's nothing moving until Saturn loosens up. Saturn moving retrograde, we will have the chance to work over any karmic situations of the past. Now, when we have a retrograde planet, we know it's not about moving forward, pushing for something to change. It's not a time to move. We're giving birth, and unless the midwife says it's now time to push, you don't. You have to wait. The timing has to be ripe. Okay? That's when Saturn will be coming out of its retrograde phase, okay, on the 29th of September. That's when we will be covering new ground. So 29th of September, Saturn will be again at the 25th degree, and it will start to move direct, and we will see the resolution of these degrees, these times from May 11th until September, usually around 4.5 to 5 months every year is the retrograde cycle of Saturn. Okay, so I just wanted to mention that Capricorn, which is the zodiac sign of Saturn, Saturn rules Capricorn. Capricorn is cardinal energy. Cardinal energy is initiation. We know that the seasons start with the cardinal signs, and it's all about taking the action, moving. As you all probably know, if you relate to people that are of the sign of Capricorn, they're very, very hardworking. They take action. They're very slow, steady, but they get to their desired goal. And that's, Capricorn is earth. It's very slow moving. So I'm going to say that the cardinal signs, which are Capricorn, Cancer, Cancer is right across Capricorn. Then we've got Aries and Libra. They're right across from each other as well. For those of you that have got anything from 25 degrees of the cardinal signs, which is Cancer, Capricorn, Aries, Libra, until 30 degrees, and also from 1 degree to 2 degrees, so you're at the beginning of fixed signs. The fixed signs are Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, and Scorpio. Now, for those of you that have got any planets or important points, when I say important points, I'm talking about your MC, your IC. So MC is the 10th house cusp. IC is the 4th house cusp. Your rising and your descendant. For any of those of you that have got any of these points at those degrees, at any of those degrees, then Saturn will be more important for you. The Saturn retrograde phase will be all the more important. Now, what's also interesting is that Saturn retrogrades every year roughly around 7 degrees. So, looking back at 2018, now we know that, just explain to those of you that do not know, each sign has got 30 degrees, okay? So we've got, if we divide that into 3, okay, there are roughly 30 days in the month. Each zodiac sign goes for a month. So we divide that into 3. The first third is the first decan, second third is the second decan, and so on and so forth. So roughly those first 10 days of each sign is the first decan of that sign. Let's just have a quick look back at 2018 when Saturn was at the first degrees of Capricorn. As you could see, Saturn is retrograde. So yes, the first decan was affected. Those of you that were at the first 10 days of the cardinal signs were affected by the Saturn retrograde. Now, let's go forward to 2019. As you can see here, Saturn is in the second decan around the 20-degree mark. Okay, 2019 is the second decan. And I'd also like to say that back in 2018, what's important at 2018, the end of 2018, the nodes changed. The nodes changed and they went from Leo Aquarius to Capricorn and Cancer. So 2019 was even harder as Saturn was traveling with the South Node in Capricorn. South Node in Capricorn, and of course the North Node in Cancer. So obviously the end of 2018 and therefore all of 2019 and even up to now, because the nodes have just recently changed, right, from Cancer, Capricorn to Sagittarius. As you can see, the South Node is in Sag and the North Node is in Gemini. So now the nodes are not together with the Saturn retrograde. So that was even harder in the year of 2019. It was even more karmic than what it is from now on with Saturn turning retrograde. So just a little bit of trivia for you. Nevertheless, whatever this is, whatever we're going to be looking at now is going to be very life-changing. Of course, Saturn in December moving into Aquarius is going to be much more lightweight. And not only that, the day after Saturn moves into Aquarius, Jupiter will be following as well. So both Jupiter and Saturn will be traveling together in December. So that'll be very interesting to see. And we know that air is much more lighter, it's quicker, it's not as heavy as Earth, which is Capricorn. Jupiter is really bogged down, really heavy, and it's not very powerful at all. I do feel as though it's going to be like a breath of fresh air once Saturn and Jupiter both move into the sign of Aquarius on the 17th and 18th of December. Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me go forward. Let's go to December. Okay, let's go back through days. Okay, where are we? Here we go. So Saturn is at 0 Aquarius and Jupiter is at 2929. So they're both jumping into Aquarius at the same time on the 17th of December. That's going to be a very interesting time indeed. Right now, though, we are dealing with a lot. Saturn, you know, having traveled with the South Node for so long has been really challenging. And not only was it with the South Node, Pluto is right there. Let's go back to the now. Nevertheless, today is the 7th of May and we have Saturn still at 2 degrees, stopped in the sky. Right, so let's see what is playing out for each and every one of us around the story of Saturn. And also another piece of trivia, Saturn has got a lot to do with the day Saturday. It derives from the Saturday derives from the word Saturn. Just a little bit of trivia, so just in case you did not know. Okay, I think that's all I needed to speak of with Saturn retrograde in the year 2020. I think I will leave it at that. Let's do your tarot. I will be starting with the first sign of Aries. Okay, Aries, what's going to be happening with you in the Saturn retrograde season? Hello, Aries. What's happening with you in the Saturn retrograde season? Now, you are going to be affected on the area of work, the elder, anything to do with the law, okay, as well as friendships, your dreams coming to fruition, so a wish fulfillment, but also the people that you associate with, okay? So Saturn retrograde will be touching on your 10th and 11th house. Let's have a look. So this is Aries and Aries rising, okay? Mainly, we have the anchor, the fox, and also the tree. So around things to do with intelligence, your stability, okay, and also something that you are planting the seeds to last a long time, okay. Let's see what else we've got, dear Aries. What else is happening for you? Saturn retrograde. So that's what you will be working on, your stability, your security. You're going to have to be intelligent. And also, I feel as though you're building strong foundations in a group or association, okay, for the future, something that will be long-lasting. We have the Three of Pentacles, which is collaboration. We've got the Seven of Pentacles, which is a slow pace, and then we've got the pace picking up. There's information coming forward. You are looking at your collaboration, your teamwork with whatever you're working on, and things are going to start moving quicker. Messages are coming through. This will be your creation that will be long-lasting, and it will be very satisfying. You have created something, and it's quickly moving into something that's going to prosper for you, the Aries, as you are coming from the Five of Pentacles, which means that there has been a sense of, you haven't had enough money. Your finances have been difficult. It may have been a challenging time for you with Saturn direct. Now with the retrograde, this is saying that even though it's very slow moving, you're going to be the fox, you're going to be very intelligent, and therefore things will start moving quickly. You will be hitting the target, dear Aries. Okay, so if you have been dealing with someone that was quite sneaky, this may also be for some of you a sense of a group effort, which is like a tribe. It's like a family, effort, right? So if you've been dealing with someone that was not serving your higher good, and you know there was a sense of not being on the same page, then the change will come. Okay, this can be quick movement and moving away from this. As with the Seven of Pentacles, this may be someone in the group that was not pulling their weight. But we've got 10 Pentacles here, okay? And another 5 is 15 Pentacles. That's the devil energy. And the devil is all about, it's asking for integrity, but it's also asking for hard work. So yes, that's what I feel here, that something is growing. You're setting down those seeds, those roots for something to be very long-lasting and very impressionable, as well as very fruitful for you, dear Aries. I feel that's what's happening with Saturn retrograde for you. Let's take 3 Sibillas. I just want to have a look at that 8 of Wands. For those of you that have been doing the hard work, your work is going to be noticed. Someone's looking at you. We've got the Sospiri, which is waiting on those ships to come in. You've been hoping that there may be also a new contract or a new collaboration here. The offer is here, and it's going to be unexpected success. You're not going to expect this, and it's going to come in suddenly. Okay, that's what I feel is important for you, dear Aries. All right. Taurus and Taurus rising. What's going to happen for you and your Saturn retrograde season? So, dear Taurus, this is happening for you in your 9th house and your 10th house. Now, 9th house is all about foreign places and people, different cultures. It's higher education. It's also your spiritual beliefs and your truth. And the 10th house is the authority, the work scene, your highest goals, and what you're working hard towards. Okay, any restrictions, any limitations? Let's have a look. We have the whip, and the whip is 2 people not being on the same page. We have the dog, which is friendship, loyalty. Okay, someone that is very close to you. Okay, a very playful energy. This is saying don't take things too seriously. And we've got the bouquet here. So this is an offer that's coming through. An offer for let's collaborate, let's work together. Okay, some of you have been very loyal. 9th house, you may be dealing with someone that's at a distance. I think your loyalty is bringing in the difference here. For those of you that have not been on the same page with someone, or you know, different beliefs, I think that your loyalty will get you through this. The whip is arguments. It's 2 people not being on the same page. And this could also be an apology that's coming through with this Saturnian energy. Saturn retrograde gives us a little bit of breathing space. So Taurus, let's see. We've got the Queen of Wands. So Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. We've got the Knight of Swords. There's that argument. Fire and air together. This is quick communication. there needs to be a conversation here. If there's been some sort of a setback and harsh energies, we know that the loyalty is strong friendship. This could be a work relationship, or even a romantic relationship that needs to be worked on. Now with the Knight of Swords, we know it's quick movement. Those of you that have been dealing with someone that's at a distance or from a different background, the conversation is here. Okay, and I think that the loyalty, again, is going to, after communication, after collaboration on a more serious level, yes, more playful, but the loyalty is behind it. It's going to be serious, but the friendship behind it is something unwithering, I feel here. And there's going to be an apology. The Hierophant, yes, the conditioning, as you could see. Taurus, you're showing up in your own reading. We know that the Hierophant is all about beliefs. So your beliefs, your conditioning is changing. This could be the glue that's bringing you back together with this person that you're collaborating or creating something with. Okay, and we know that the Hierophant can speak of restrictions, doing things in a religious way, but also this is a conversation about values, yes. Family, also self-worth issues, issues of value. Okay, the Hierophant is spiritual as well. Some of you may be connected on a spiritual level as well, and you may have also different ideological conditioning, and that's where, and I can't even talk, that's where the differences are here, but the communication is quickly coming through. I'm going to say, because the Knight of Swords is someone that is usually quite rough with their words, the Hierophant is someone that is understanding as they're on a higher spiritual level. I think that you need to come from a place of love. Okay, and let's take a look at this Knight of Swords. We've got the L'Amante, which is the male, the romantic male. Okay, this could be an offer that's coming through quickly. We've got the Artista, which is a discovery that's been made. Someone has been studying, doing the work, looking at what's important to them. This is also the crazy scientist, so very quick communication after the understanding of what's going on here. And we've got the Dispiacere. Dispiacere it's an ace, but it is quite displeasing, as yes, the first initial communication or coming together is going to be quite harsh. It's going to be bringing back the past. So bringing back the past and communicating. Okay, we've got a very creative sign here, the Queen of Wands. She's very creative, but she can also be fiery. Air energy here. Air is all about the communication, the idea. It's also the words. And, you know, it's funny that the Queen of Wands looks very cool, very calm in this position here. She's going to, because she's a queen and we've got a knight, it feels as though the masculine, the divine masculine needs to come from a more mature place, as there's a lot of playful energies here in this Knight of Swords. And I'm going to say that I feel that the friendship is the main foundation here. I feel that the apology will be accepted, as there's been, you know, a difficult situation that you've been dealing with. And again, it's got to do with self-worth issues as well. So I'm going to say if the Queen of Wands was someone that hurt this Knight of Swords, you know who they are in your life, then she is ready now to accept, you know, the backlog, or I don't want to say the karma, but the clearing of it, she's going to have to be very patient here, as someone seems as though they've been very hurt here. Let's take one card on the Hierophant, and we've got the Morte. Morte is death and transformation. Yeah, changing of our spiritual beliefs. This is Scorpio. Scorpio goes very deep. It's also bringing in something new. So keep the faith that something brand new is coming in. This is the Hierophant again. Taurus, very slow moving and very, it's ruled by Venus, and Venus is all about love, values, projects. Also, Venus retrograding in the sign of Gemini says that there will be conversations around things that we love, and there will be a clearing up of the air, I feel, here for you, Taurus. Okay, I will leave it at that. All right, talk to you soon. Okay, Gemini and Gemini rising, what is happening for you around the Saturn retrograde season? What's important for Gemini, please, Spirit? Now, Gemini, this retrograde will be happening around your 8th and 9th house. So 8th house is the house of transformation, and 9th house is the house of beliefs, spiritual beliefs. You know, Sagittarius has got a lot to do with faith, with freedom, with higher education as well. It's the very adventurous sign, the sign of, I should say, the house, the 9th house. Let's take 3 cards for you, dear Gemini, and see what's going on. You've got the Garden. You have the Child. And you have the Key. So this is very positive, dear Gemini. Okay, so there is some sort of a change where your social standing is concerned. There's newness here. Some of you may have been looking for a way out of a difficult situation. You've needed transformation. If you've been in a relationship that there hasn't been any intimacy or any deep emotional connection, then you will be transforming that. You will be escaping that, and the world's going to know about it. Also, the ninth house. Ninth house is all about our beliefs. It's spirit. It's not having the same conditioning. Okay, you may be in a situation where you haven't had the same understanding, where life's purpose is related. Okay, so different ideas coming from different, maybe even parts of the world. But I do see that there is a resolution or an escape route for you, okay? You're hoping for something new to come in. Now, the child can also mean children as well. So I do feel for some of you that there may be someone out there that is, I don't know why, but I feel as though there is, someone is salvaging the situation of a child here. So I don't know what that means for you specifically. I feel as though this child is homeless and it's looking for a home, and there may be, that could be an understanding for one of you out there that you may not be on the same page with your partner as your conditioning, your childhood conditioning and things circling around self-worth are coming up here for you. Let's see. We've got the Judgment card, which is Pluto. So there is change here. This is called the Help card, okay? So there is help here from Spirit, something that has died, something that is long gone, could be resurrecting. So let's see, there is a new lease on life here for Gemini, and this is all circulating around the Magician. This is your card. This is all about communicating, but this is also being aided by Spirit. you're given all the tools to bring something new into your life, maybe even a child. Okay, the solution has been found. The second chance is here. And we've got the Empress, which does speak of pregnancy and creation. Wow. So 8th house, yes, is the house of transformation. It's money coming from other sources, but it's also deep, intimate connections. So be careful for those of you that don't want to get pregnant, which I don't think that's the case here. I do feel that this is a second chance. Someone has miscarried. This is another chance coming around for you. Even the child is a number 13, which does speak of Scorpio. And this has got a lot to do with communicating. The news is coming in. The world is going to know about it. Your family is going to know about it. This is about socializing. The garden here is all about bringing this information to others. And this is the Garden of Eden, which means that there is... the Garden of Eden can also speak of the forbidden fruit, right? So something has been forbidden. Something that you love is coming back around for you, dear Gemini. Let's see. Let's take 3 Sibillas. I want to look at the Magician. Beautiful cards here you have, Gemini. What are you manifesting? We've got the Amalato, so there's been low morale, psychological issues here. Someone hasn't been well. We've got the Leggerezza, which is a source of new life. This is that heavy burden coming off your shoulders. This is a sense of transforming. And again, this is a sexual card as well. Leggerezza is lightness of being, letting go of that load. There is a sense of freedom here, freedom to act as well. And we've got the Allegrezza al Cuore, so merriment and happiness here. Okay. And I'm going to say here we've also got 3 people, so there may have been a burden where there's been too many people involved in a situation, or because we've got the Spy here, right? We've got the Page of Swords, which is news coming through, but it's also the student and also someone who is checking you out on social media or wanting to have that conversation. Let's take one more card after the Allegrezza al Cuore. We've got the Empress here, which is a 3 as well. And we've got the La Matrice, which is very similar to the Queen of Wands. You are going towards what you feel passionate about. This could also be the 3rd person, okay? This woman here could also be someone who is very driven sexually, okay? And also the Empress is a mother. She is a mother and she's creating something new. This could be a project. You found a solution to something that's going to bring you fame and fortune, okay? Something that you've created that is very precious for you, dear Gemini. And you may be bringing that to the world. 9th house is taking it to the world, right? The world at large gets to see it. Okay, so I will leave it at that. I do hope that this helps. Thank you so much, Gemini. Hello, dear Cancer. Cancer Sun, Cancer Rising mainly. Let's have a look at what's going on with the Saturn retrograde season for you. Now, you are being affected in houses 7 and 8. 7 is partnership, it's romance. House 8 means connecting on a very deep level, so anything to do with commitments, marriage. Let's see what's going on for you, dear Cancer, with Saturn retrograding. We have the Bear, which does speak of protection, motherhood. Okay, the Bear can also be something around short temper, anything to do with security. We have the Compass here, and the Compass is someone trying to find their way, looking for their security, looking for security in relationship. Now, some of you may be dealing with someone that's at a distance. With the Compass, you're trying to find your path, maybe even feeling as though you cannot move because of the restrictions, the social distancing. And we've got the Commitment here, which is the Ring. So you may have been in this cycle for a while. Okay, this is a commitment, this is a proposal, this can mean marriage, and this can also mean that you've been searching for some sort of a commitment, something that makes you feel much more secure, dear Cancer. We know that Cancer is the child that needs the security from the parent, from the mother. Cancer is always looking for emotional security as they are very sensitive, but they need to be in a stable, strong foundation. Let's see what's going on. So this is all about partnerships, romance, and commitment for Cancer. We've got the Star card, so Aquarius. This is a card of hope. This is a card of social media. This is also a card of healing and a wish fulfillment. You may be dealing with an Aquarius. The communication or the movement towards them is happening quickly here. This is going to be something unexpected. The conversation is coming in quicker, faster than you expect. Okay, the Star is something at a distance, of course. Someone is hoping to communicate with you quickly. They're hoping to move towards you quickly. This could be your energy. We've also got the Five of Pentacles, and I feel that this has got a lot to do with the lockdown, but fives always bring change. I do feel that both of you have felt a sense of insecurity here. Now, for some of you, you may be dealing with a mother figure, and you're looking for your way, you're looking how to get out of and away from her claws. This could be a mother-in-law, someone who is very protective of her cubs, okay? If this is a connection where there's been a third person in the picture, it looks as though it's going to be changing. The Five of Pentacles, this is two people having a sense of not enough money or not enough spiritual connection. They've gone through a lot. Let's take another card. We've got the Nine of Swords. This is the ending, I would say. We've got the 10th sword here, okay? And again, Nine of Swords, we always say that this is a perception. And we've got a couple of cycles. As I said, dear Cancer, you've been through this for quite a while. But yes, you're coming to the Nine of Swords. The Five brings in changes. The Nine is your one step before the end. Soon as the communication or that harsh communication comes through, it may be difficult, but it's going to bring you to your wish fulfillment. We do have here, we've got the commitment here. We've got the collaboration. We've got the Three of Pentacles here. And, okay, this is a partnership where work is concerned. Your efforts are being rewarded. You've been moving towards something for a while, and you may have been hoping to expand your business, expand your connections as well, to bring in more manifestation here. This is collaboration, and this could also be having those conversations, those difficult communications or conversations here. What's at the bottom? And we've got the Hermit. And the Hermit is Virgo energy. Virgo is all about our daily routine, but it's also someone that's been turning inwards, looking for the answers. Let's see. Just when you thought things were not going to happen, dear Cancer, the Three of Pentacles brings in expansion and growth. It's an initial stage of success. We know Pentacles are very slow moving. That's how Saturn is as well. Let's look at the Knight of Swords here. We have reunion. We have pleasant conversations. There are others involved in this connection. There are other people in the picture here. We've also got alegría. Again, it's three people. I do feel as though you've got a team with you, people that are on your team, on Team Cancer, that are going to bring in the help here, as I feel that you need external help. So from family members, loving family members, not this harsh mother-in-law, motherly figure, that are going to bring you together. There's going to be an understanding and a reunion. This could also mean friends are coming in to bring the reunion, to bring you two together, as you two together have not been able to manifest this commitment. I feel as though the external friendly people in your life are bringing in the change, breaking that cycle, and that's where the help is coming from. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune, another cycle. You've been over this many times. It's just a lucky break that Jupiter will be bringing you, dear Cancer. I will leave it at that. Thank you so much. I do hope that this helped you. Hello, Leo. Leo Sun, Leo Rising. What's happening with the Saturn retrograde season? What's going on for you? Now, dear Leo, Saturn will be affecting you in your 6th house of daily routine, as well as your 7th house of relationships, partnerships, romantic connections. So what's happening for you, dear Leo? What's Saturn going to be working on for you? And we've got the Sun. The Sun, and this is your card, dear Leo. We know that the Sun is clarity, healing, hope. It's also true love as well as children. We've got family here, the home, your security, your stability, anything to do with commitments, something long-term, something that provides you with security. And here are your friends. Here are the people that you deal with on a daily basis. Wow. So news is coming through. Now the birds can also speak of a jittering effect. So quick communications coming through. We know that the birds, they're very jittery and they're very, they want to take flight. This is also, friends of a feather flock together. So there could be friendship, people that feel like family to you here that are taking part in what is going to manifest for you. Let's see what else we've got. Now, the Sun can also speak of something that you've created and what you're working on. It is going to bring you some sort of stability and security here. So it's a beautiful group effort. We've got 6 of Swords. So leaving the past troubles behind. We've got the Ace of Swords, moving into clarity and understanding and a successful new beginning. And we've got the door open, the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is wanting to take something, like having made a decision, maybe even having the help of people that you deal with, as there is a new chapter you're moving towards. Okay, this is a choice which you will probably be helped in making. Some of you, this could be leaving a past relationship, severing ties with that and moving into something new. You may be coming closer with someone that you deal with daily that could also feel, they feel very familiar to you. They're on the same level as you. And we've got the wish fulfillment, 9 of Cups here, dear Leo. 9 of Cups. Now, I'm going to say that some of you may be also learning about some news from friends, from social media, off the grapevine, and, helping you leave troubled waters behind. If someone has done something that has been underhanded, you've been looking for the information here, you're probably going to find it either on social media or through friendships, through work. Whatever you've been looking for, you've been hoping for the clarity, as you are coming from a risky place in the past, something that was, there was a lot of nervous tension here, I feel. And I feel as though if this is a relationship that, there's been issues in the past, if you've been waiting for communication, I do feel that if this is someone that was trying to make a choice, whether they will continue this connection or not, I do believe that the news is going to come in fast. we know that swords are very fast communication. And also someone here has made a choice. The Two of Wands is someone having made a choice and a new doorway that they're ready to move through. Okay, let's take the next card after the Two of Wands is the Three of Wands. So Three of Wands is, you know, you're waiting on those ships to come through. Let's take some Sibillas. We have Denaro, which is security, stability, something wonderful here. We've got Ladro. Ladro is the thief. So there has been some negativity where your security or your money or your stable connection is concerned. There has been a rat around you, and you're probably going to find out about it as well. Now, we know with the Nine of Cups, it could also mean that someone's tried to get away with something, okay? And this would be someone that's more than likely close to where you live, close to your neighborhood, close to your work, around you, very near you. And here we've got the delirante. Now, this is deliriance. It's a neutral card, but it does speak of someone having been quite shocked at the news, okay? Or someone that you felt they were your friend. They have done something that's it's shocked you, and it's a silly action which they probably regret. Let me take one more card, and this is the Artista. Yes, the discovery's been made, and the Artista is the crazy scientist. So this is speaking about there's been a discovery and someone is going to, because it speaks of Uranus very much so, someone is ready to make a decision, okay, on whether they're going to take any action. But, you know, I do see this person as very intellectual, so it's not someone that will, it's not someone that's going to react suddenly. This is someone that is quite, you know, they look at the information, they look at the details, they're looking at the information closer. What brought this person to do this, to act and react in this way? This could also be a legal representative. So for some of you, yes, this could be a solicitor, a legal representative. I just want to take one card on this Two of Wands. And we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So I'm going to say what goes around comes around. This is the ending of a cycle, and the Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter. So there is success here. There is a very positive energy. And yes, this is someone that's ready to go on that adventure. They've gone through changes where their beliefs are concerned. And this is the ending of a harsh cycle, dear Leo. For those of you that are hoping to go on that adventure, if you are dealing with a love relationship that could be at a distance to you, then I do believe here with that Ace of Swords and the door being open, you're going to take flight towards something much more secure and something that you love. We've got flight and we've got traveling over water as well. So yeah, this could also be success where career is concerned. You're taking your creative pursuits and what you've created to the world, and that is amazing, especially with the Artista. This is like the future. He's all about the future. All right, dear Leo, thank you so much. Hope that helped. Hello, Virgo. How are you, Virgo Sun and Virgo Rising? Let's have a look and see how Saturn will be affecting you, the Saturn retrograde season, and in which area. So the areas of working on, dear Virgo, will be house number 5 and house number 6. So 5th house, dear Virgo, is all about romance. It's the house of fun, the house of risk, the house of true love, and the house of children. 6th house is your daily routine. Of course, it is your own physical house, so it's what you do daily. Let's take your cards for the Saturn retrograde season, Virgo. We have the house. We have the moon. And, dear Virgo, what else do we have? We have the snake. Wow. I'm going to take one more. See that card? It wanted to come out. Let's take it. So the news, the letter. Now, the house speaks of your stability, something that you feel secure in. So it could also be speaking about family, but also emotional security where love is concerned. You may have been dealing with also the snake, and the snake is wisdom, it's poison, it's jealousy, but it's also intelligence, okay, as well as health. And we've got the letter here, the news, maybe even legal documents. Okay, legal documents could mean a commitment, of course, as well. So what I feel here, because the moon can speak of fears, the snake is something fearful as well. It's the forbidden fruit, right? For those of you that have been in a committed partnership or relationship, okay, because the 5th house is also the house of taking a risk. Some of you may have been you know, sitting in fear. If you've been dealing with a snake in your life, you may be coming to the end of it. These could be legal documents. You could be moving into divorce. For others of you that are connecting on a very soul level connection with someone that feels very nurturing and very familiar to you, you know, the snake, the forbidden fruit, is saying that you can be wise. You've been very wise and you are creating something. Creating, okay, because there's a lot of creative energy in the moon as well. You're creating something that will give you, the news is coming through, that will give you, let's say, the medicine to fix your life, to bring you much more into stability. Now, if you've created something of your own, if this is something to do with what you've created, right, you've been very intelligent, this could also be a contract. Because the 5th house is the house of creating something of your own business. We know that the moon can speak of strong intuition, but it's also very nurturing and very psychic as well. So this is a deep understanding that you have to go through the fire before you get to, you have to go through those flames before you get to an area where you can have healing, where you can build something much more secure for yourself. Now, this could also deal with writing, okay, writing. Very much about producing something written, something oral, dear Virgo, whatever you are working on. I'm going to say, this is going to give you a lot of security and stability. Okay, let's take more cards. Let's just take a little bit more. And I do feel that the snake here is an area that you're taking a risk on. You're moving towards this area, the snake. And this could also speak of jealousy. So this could be jealousy from a friend, someone who you think may be a friend, or you're dealing with someone that is not coming from a place of love, but from a place of jealousy. And that could mean that your success is bringing in enemies. So look out. You do have a snake in the grass. Let's see what else we've got here. We've got the Page of Cups, which is an offer. Could be an apology, yes. We've got the Two of Cups. And we've also got the Fool. Now, I'm going to say the snake can also speak of a very strong craving energy, so a very strong sexual attraction. We've got emotional and sexual attraction here as well. If you are dealing with a a new relationship, or a relationship which hasn't given you the stability yet, as we've got the house in the past position here. Now the Fool, okay, someone may feel as though they've been taken for a ride, but I feel that the Fool in the end is going to be the person that's deceived you, or trying to pull the wool, the person who's tried to pull the wool over your eyes. This is Aries energy. It's a brand new cycle. It's starting something new, a new relationship, or ready to take a risk on a very deep connection. Page of Cups can also mean an apology. News is coming in. Whatever has been difficult, deceiving, now, if you've been dealing with a relationship where they have not shown much emotion, but more the sexual side of the relationship, we do have the emotional love here, as well as the Two of Cups. The moon in the Lenormand is very similar to that Two of Cups. What's at the bottom? And we've got the Tower. So for those of you that have been dealing with someone who was jealous, someone who was deceiving in your life, this is the legal documents, the news that's coming through. There is a major shift, an epiphany. You will know who your enemies are. You will be moving into much change. This is building on something much more stable. And we've got the Six of Cups here. So this is, yes, a connection from the past that is coming in, that you will be dealing with on a daily basis. Let's have a look at the the Sibillas. Let's take a few cards here. Now, for those of you that are dealing with a family situation on a daily basis, we have got the Moon, which is very motherly, but this could even be a sibling or someone around your family that, I don't know, something about the red tape and business here, legalities, fairness, I'm going to say here. That could be changing very swiftly from one moment to the other, as the Tower is an awakening. It is an awakening. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at that Fool card. We have the Pensiero. Virgo, this is your energy. Someone is seriously thinking about contracts, legalities. Someone is soul searching here, and we do have the papers here. The contracts, as you could see, the letter. We have Sospiri. This could also mean, of course, communication. Someone is waiting on communication, or for someone to make their decision to communicate. And we've got the Fidelta, which is loyalty, companionship, and friendship here. So I'm going to say, dear Virgo, whatever you've been loyal to and working towards, yes, it's been hard, but I do feel here that someone has put a lot of thought into it. They want a connection. They want to be on the same page as you. And I feel as though for those of you where there is bad blood in relation to family connection, I do feel that this is a new cycle. Now, if this is a brand new cycle where love is concerned, some people are getting out of a committed partnership or relationship. Now, because Saturn is also, it's going to be heading towards your 6th house, that is asking for, yes, hard work, and know that you're bringing into your life something that is very futuristic. Okay, dear Virgo, as 6th house is the house of the future. It's Aquarius, and Aquarius is also about that ingenious mind. We know that Saturn brings the rewards once the hard work has been done. Who hasn't been standing in their integrity? They will get their justice. Let's take one card on that Tower card. And we've got the news coming through, a message coming from afar. Let's take one more. What is the message about? And we've got Domestico. So yes, something karmic that you've been dealing with someone close to your home, your area, where there's been issues of trust. Okay, this is the butler. This is your right-hand man. But there have been issues of trust here. Now we've got the offer. We've got the l'amante. So this person has changed. This person is starting a new cycle. There is an offer coming through, dear Virgo. There is a lot of romance here. So you could be dealing with two different people as well. Okay, one that was very untrusting, very close to you, they felt more like family. We've got the Knight. This is very similar to the Knight of Cups. So yes, there is an offer coming from afar. And this is something that you will be building on. All right, Virgo. So I will leave it at that. I do hope that this helped you. Thank you so much. Hello, Libra Sun and Libra Rising. What is happening for you and what is Saturn bringing you in this Saturn retrograde season? Dear Libra, you will be working on matters of the 4th house of family, your security, and the 5th house, the house of love and romance. A card just flipped open, so we've got a very sexually driven male here. Martian ruled, more than likely. Now, if you are the divine feminine, this is your partner. Okay, this is someone that's very passionate, someone that is moving towards their desires. If you are masculine watching this, then this is you. We've got the house. The house speaks of security, family. Okay, 4th house, as I was saying, 4th house is the house of our security, our home. 5th house is the house of romance, creativity, taking a risk, and children. And we've got the moon here, the moon, which does speak of emotions, a very strong emotional connection. This is also the mother. Let's take more cards. Now, the moon can also speak of the subconscious. It is a very intuitive energy as well, but it can also speak of desires and fears. Now, the house can be an establishment, so creating something, moving towards establishing something. It's also a card of safety. We do have the card of fears and the card of safety here. So let's say, dear Libra, the house can also mean tradition. We have the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is information. It is knowledge. It is communication. It is also someone that is maybe even, you know, looking on the internet, doing homework there, or this could even be something about learning. Okay, this is the student. We've got the Wheel of Fortune, and the Wheel of Fortune is Sagittarius. This is a cycle that is changing. This is the karmic wheel turning. So there are karmic changes coming into your house. Okay, after information having come through, some sort of a communication, knowing something, seeing the truth. And we've got the 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands is someone that is fighting for a new beginning. Someone who obviously has the upper hand but does have a lot on their plate, dear Libra. Let's take one more card on that 7 of Wands. And we've got the King of Cups. So for those of you, dear Libra, that are dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, more than likely would be a Cancerian, could have strong Sagittarius in their chart. King of Cups is someone that's open emotionally. The Moon card can speak of the fears from this King of Cups. This could be another side to you, of course, if you've got water in your chart. Now, King of Cups is someone that is balanced emotionally, usually. He is someone that is very selfless. They give a lot. But I feel here, dear Libra, you may have been dealing with someone that was keeping you at bay. Maybe someone that was closed off to you emotionally, but they were more about, you know, the passionate side, the desirous side of the relationship. We've got desire here, and we've got We've also got the moon, which is emotions. So you may have been dealing with someone that was fearful of something stable, of a committed partnership or relationship, and they've been keeping you at bay. That could be something that you are going to know, to find out about, or communicate about. We've got the Three of Wands here, and the Three of Wands is a card of expansion and growth. Now, 4th and 5th house. 4th house is our security. Okay, there are changes to your security. There are changes to your environment, dear Libra. And we know that if you are dealing with a Cancerian, we know that Cancerian people need emotional security. So this is not someone that will be open to commit. Now, commitment can be even where creating something or working around something that brings us the financial security. 4th house can also mean financial security, right? So this is someone that needed their time. They needed their time. And this does talk about waiting, okay, as well. Waiting for those ships to come through. King of Cups is now ready to accept this offer, to bring this offer, to put this offer on the table. I feel as though they've been working on themselves, moving away from fear. This is a completing of a cycle. The Wheel of Fortune is that karmic wheel, which is bringing something that you've been dealing with before. We've got a couple of cycles here. The Wheel of Fortune and the Moon, which is a cycle, right? Let's take some Sibillas. Now, some of you may be dealing with a family member who is connected to someone who may be from a different culture. Now, we've also got Mars here. So Mars is the warrior. Mars is Aries. So the fire energy here could be Aries or Sagittarius. Let's have a look at the Page of Swords. What's that information? We have Vecchia Signora, which can be a visitor. This could also be someone who is a teacher. This is an elder, wise person. So we've got the teacher and the student here. These are lessons that are learned through the experiences of life. Here we've got the Fortuna, which is like the Wheel of Fortune. Very benevolent news. But we've also got the Prigione. So this is, in actual fact, this is luck coming in. But for whatever reason, there are still obstacles here. Obstacles. This is my Capricorn card. Capricorn can speak of fears. And I do feel that the fears are what is stopping you from, you know, having an open heart or dealing with this King of Cups, whoever this is for you. Let's take another card on that Prigione. So this can speak of, yes, any restrictions where family is concerned as well. I'm going to say for those of you that are in a family situation where it could be your student child, your adolescent child, maybe dealing with someone that is from a different upbringing, a different culture, someone who has got very different ideas, and that may be something that is happening here for you. 4th house is the family, right? 5th house is romance, and we've got La Reunion. So this card here is saying to me, obviously, that you cannot do anything about that. I feel as though with the reunion, this may be a breakup, some sort of a breakup, especially with that lockdown. If this is someone that's at a distance, this may be the, you know, the Prigione. It could be that lockdown, not being able to move freely. But the La Reunion is saying that this connection will happen, this meeting will happen, okay, once it is able to happen, as we know that there isn't much flight happening. Okay, it's hard to fly internationally. So someone is waiting at the dock, waiting for those ships to come through, waiting for the green light. Now, for those of you that have been dealing yourselves with someone that was worried about commitment, there will be a reunion here. Okay, let's take just one little Sibilla on that moon card. And we've got the dispiacere. Dispiacere is an ace, but it does speak of fear of the worst to come. But there is a beginning here. There is a beginning. And the dispiacere can speak of someone having a very difficult emotional time. Now, this could also be the mother. The mother is having more hardship here. And in relation to her child, I'm going to say here. Now, we've also got the prigione, which can also speak of actual prison, dealings with the law as well. I want to take one more card. I'm going to have one more card, a tarot card on that dispiacere. I want a little bit more information, and we've got the death card. And the death card is a change and transformation. I'm going to say that the dispiacere is something of the past. I do feel that the transformation, Pluto is things that have been hidden, the very deep unconscious. So the understanding of things that were hidden can be quite harsh, but there is change here. There is change where someone is opening their heart, and they're ready to emotionally connect, whether this any type of relationship that this is. Let's take one more card, and we've got the Seven of Pentacles. So Seven of Pentacles, yes, is someone that is stopped, as I said, someone that is trying to, we've got two sevens here, someone that is still in conflict, as transformation does take time, and Saturn does bring the rewards. It takes time for Saturn to bring you the rewards. Okay, so whatever it has been invested on emotionally, we've got the King of Cups here, we've got the reunion card. So yeah, you're going to be going through a major transformation on an unconscious level, but also on a conscious level, as this does speak of clarity here, the dispiacere, clarity of the new beginning. What is the new thing that you're looking at now? The new beginning, starting something new. For those of you that have had issues where your creation is concerned, there may have been red tape, but there will be a meeting, okay, and the red tape will be overcome as they are looking. They will be looking at what your obstacles are. And I do feel that the investment, sevens are the divine. It's not supposed to happen quickly, the rewards with Saturn. It happens gradually. Just be open and know that things will happen, okay? Another card of waiting, Three of Wands. But it is a card of initial success, the 3. All right, dear Libra. I want to thank you so much, sending you lots of love, lots of light. Hope that it resonated for you. Okay, bye. Hello, Scorpio Sun and Scorpio Rising. Let's see what's happening for you with that Saturn retrograde season. Dear Scorpio, you will be affected in your 3rd and 4th houses. So 3rd house is the house of collaboration, communication, business, okay, business with people close to you. And it's also the house of the student. 4th house is the house of family, your security, your stability, your lineage. Let's see what's going on for you. Scorpio, please, Spirit. We have the scythe, and the scythe can speak of something very quick, cutting something very quickly out of your life. But this is also collecting the wheat, very similar to that 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so we've got the cross, which can speak of faith, religion, but it can also speak of burden. And we've got the owls, and the owls are wisdom, but it's also things that are hidden, okay? Let's take another card, as the owls is it's an extra message here. I am using the Guilded Reverie, the extended version, for those of you that do not know. Let's take another card, and we've got the Well. Another card of endless possibilities, but also there is strong wisdom here and strong intuition. The Well says that, yes, there are endless possibilities that will be shown to you. Back in the days, they used to look into the well, and the reflection was they would receive messages through that. So you have to trust in your intuition, dear Scorpio. You are very intuitive. Let's see, let's see. So third house, third and fourth house, Saturn, which can be really harsh. But we know that Saturn always gives us the rewards after our efforts, our hard work. Let's have a look. We've got the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles can be something that you have been working on, something that you want to grow and expand to bring you the security. Okay, this could also mean a new collaboration for you, which has got the potential to be long-term and to bring you the rewards after the hard work. Let's see. We've got the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is something of a beginning. Okay, this is a potential for new love or a new beginning in a love connection that could take you to a more committed partnership, something that could lead to marriage. We've also got the Faith card. Yes, some of you may have been through difficult relationships of the past, which you have let go, but I feel as though there's been a strong belief and an understanding that new love, something much suited to you, you've been waiting on it, dear Scorpio. That's what I feel. That's what I feel. The potential is here. Now, Ace of Cups, you've been filling your own cup and putting a lot of energy into work, planning for the future as well. Let's see what else we've got. And we've got the Six of Pentacles here, which can speak of Libra, but it's Earth. We have a fair bit of Earth, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is also Libra, as it does have the scales here. This is a card of generosity. This is a card of, it's a very karmic card for me, as it says that what you've given out, you're now going to be receiving. This is being in a connection where there is a lot of balance, okay? You've been waiting for this for a long time. The Nine of Wands could also speak of someone that's been keeping you at bay. Okay, Temperance card is you've been holding yourself back. You know that there is divine timing here, and you've been keeping your faith strong, even though you've gone through harsh, dark moments where even your belief has been rocked. You're thinking, okay, is this ever going to happen? We've got the Six of Pentacles, which is a very positive card here. Very positive indeed. Now, this could speak of generosity. Whatever you are growing, okay, whatever you're working on, you could be also starting something in and collaborating, which is going to bring you a lot of happiness here. And we know that the Ace of Cups is all about love as well. So this could be, at the beginning of an emotional connection as well. This could be collaboration where work is concerned, but also love could be growing. So this could be a love-work relationship for some of you that is coming in, or this is also saying that the new love potential that is here is going to be very balanced, okay? There is the sense of Libra. Libra is giving and receiving in relationships of all sorts. Doesn't have to be only love. Okay, so third and fourth house, of course, fourth house is family. Wherever there's been severing ties of any family connections, a heavy cross to bear, and things have been looking quite bleak. you have trusted your intuition, and you know that at some point the healing will come through, the equilibrium, the understanding, okay? Now, some of you have also been fearing that this will never happen, but it will, okay? It will. All right, let's take a few Sibillas, dear Scorpio. What I want to look at is the owls. The owls with the well. Let's take 3 Sibillas and have a look at what's been hidden. So we've got the dispiacere, which is a sense of unhappiness. There's been tears here. Again, not knowing if what you've been feeling is going to manifest. This is you questioning your own beliefs as well, and your own intuition. We've got the dispiacere here, which is also the tower. The tower is a major shift. It's enlightenment. It's major change. And what comes after it is the alegria, which is merriment and happiness. This is a source of celebration. Okay, so the shift is going to bring in much happiness here. Whatever seemed very bleak will be changing here. It's transforming. It's going to be rebuilt. So this is rebuilding. For those of you that this is a past connection that maybe was too heavy for someone to bear, and that way they cut it away. This is like the 10 of Pentacles. So this is something that was, for those of you that are dealing with someone from a past relationship, okay, this is, especially with Venus retrograding in the third house of Gemini, which is all about communication. Okay, now retrogrades bring old situations and people back from the past. Something that was heading towards a family and stable connection, there was a heavy cross to bear, as there was a lot of wisdom that needed to happen, okay? A lot of knowledge needed to take place, and this is also wisdom, but also, someone has been growing spiritually, using their faith to get them through the dark times here, okay? Let's take 3 Sibillas on this Ace of Cups. And with that cross, it does remind me very much of self-conditioning, so childhood conditioning, traditions, and the past. We have Dottore, which is number 13. It's very similar to the healing after transformation. We've got the Lamatrice, which is the passionate female. There's a sexual connotation to this Lamatrice. We know that Scorpio is very driven to connect intimately, physically and emotionally. And here we've got the Giovina Fanciulla. This is the Virgin. So there is newness here, and this is a pure energy. Okay. This is a pure energy. It does speak of the Virgin. So there is, just like with the Ace of Cups, this is like a brand new beginning. Something that was shared on a very deep level, maybe even sexually, is maybe starting again, but in a more pure way, in not such a dark way here. That's what I see. Let's take one more. Now we've got 2 females here. We've got an older female and a younger female. Let's see what's going on here. And we've got deliriousness. So the delirious card does speak of silly actions, okay, but also it's a very neutral card. This does speak of support through others, and also some sort of an even keel here, as whatever has needed to change and come on a level of balance hasn't been easy, but there is the divine help here, or help from others through friends, acquaintances, and maybe even the divine. Let's take one more, Scorpio, one more. And we've got the merchant, and the merchant, and number 13 again. If this is business, because this is someone who's thinking very strongly about contracts, he could be thinking about commitment. He could also be someone who travels for business, someone who also deals with business through the worldwide web, okay? So import, export, anything like that. But this is also someone thinking of the past and the silly actions. Okay, so there is, you're starting off with a 13 and finishing with a 13. So yes, we know that healing takes time. It has taken time. Now someone is thinking much more seriously at their next endeavor. And again, 13, it's like the transformation has happened. Let's take just one more card. One more card on this 9 of Wands, which is nearly being at the end of that burdensome cycle. And we've got the Page of Cups. So fresh energy coming through. This could also be an apology. Okay, this is Piscean energy. Pisces is unconditional love. Page of Cups. Page of Cups is, yes, fresh energy. But also, dear Scorpio, communicating, be open to communication and not just go with what you cannot see and what your understanding is, what your higher self is telling you. The Page of Cups is something in reality, as we've also got the Page of Pentacles here. So this is an offer, either for love, collaboration, starting something new that could lead to commitment. Yes, but also I'm going to say this is unexpected, and it's going to come in sooner than what you expect. That's what I see with the Page of Cups. All right, dear Scorpio, I do hope that that helped you. Thank you so much. Hello, dear Sagittarius, Sun and rising signs. Hope that you're all doing well. Let's just see what's going to happen in the Saturn retrograde season for you. Whatever is happening will be changing things for you in the 2nd house and 3rd house. So 2nd house is all about our values. 2nd house is also the physical body. It's our comforts. It's what we love. And the 3rd house is the house of collaboration. Working in a small group with people that are close to you. It's the house of communication, business. Okay, let's have a look. And very strong about communication. So I think that Sagittarius will be dealing with a lot with self-worth issues and dealing with someone that is open to connect, okay, and communicate things around that. Okay, let's see, dear Sagittarius. We've got the ring. And the ring is a commitment. We've got the compass. The compass is someone that's trying to find their way. Okay. The ring can also mean partnership, cooperation, a promise. And we've got the fish. And the fish does speak of abundance. Yes, it does speak very strongly about business. So abundance through business. It does speak of wealth. So wealth where love is concerned, a commitment, some sort of a offer coming through. Someone's been looking for their way towards that. So there is connection here as well as wealth. Now, wealth doesn't have to be only in business. This could be a connection where business is concerned. Someone is ready to collaborate with you. You could be finding a partner that you want to do business with, dear Sagittarius, as well. And they could be someone that could be from a distant place, from a different culture. Okay. Now, the fish also could mean finances and values as well. So, of course, the fish is gain. So, some of you could be gaining a new partner that you may be collaborating with as well. Let's have a look at the tarot. So I feel as though you're going to be collaborating with someone who holds the same values as you, whether this is love or business. Some of you may even be collaborating with a sibling or a neighbor. Okay, let's see what else for you. We've got the Lovers, which is Gemini. Gemini is communication. It is a head over heart decision, but it is a very strong relationship, companionship, even a soulmate connection. We've got the Ace of Pentacles, and we've got 3 cycles here. So Sagittarius, you have been doing this again and again. Okay, so Saturn is going to change that for you. You've been working very hard, putting in a lot of effort into this connection, whether it's business, family, or love. Okay, Ace of Pentacles is Earth, so it's long lasting. And we've got a wish fulfillment, dear Sagittarius. Wish fulfillment card, 9 of Cups. After you've been trying to collaborate, to be on the same page, 5 of Wands, which is the general energy, is people, a group situation trying to build on something. For those of you that have been conflicted in making a decision around a very strong connection, one that it could be long lasting, you know, dear Sagittarius, you may be dealing with a Gemini who was not ready to commit to you. But the Ace of Pentacles is a gift from the divine saying, here is your wish fulfillment. Okay, they may have made their decision as they were conflicted. Okay, you may have been dealing, now we could flip the story as we've got the Knight of Wands, which is very Sagittarian, someone who is usually driven by what they desire. He's not one to sit around for too long. So we could be talking about you and you wanting to make a decision on what you're going to pursue, whether you're going to accept this relationship and realize that this is a divine union, business, family, collaboration, business, or love, sorry. Whatever the case, there is a lot of abundance here. You've been looking for your way. You've had a sense of loss as, dear Sagittarius, you have been wanting something much more stable and long-lasting. And I feel as though some of you have had enough of traveling the world, okay? You now have formed your own opinion, your own values, and I feel as though you're ready to move into a connection or a collaboration that's going to bring you a lot of value and wish fulfillment. Let's take the 9 of Cups. I want to have a look at that. And I'm going to say, if you've been dealing with a Gemini, Gemini is usually the student, and it is your 7th house of partnership. So Gemini is usually very fresh energy. It's not someone who has the experience, the philosophy. So therefore, some of you may have had to be patient. Let's have a look at that 9 of Cups. Now, Venus will be retrograding, yes, in the sign of Gemini. And that will be happening, of course, in your house of partnership and relationship. So there will be communication, collaboration, equilibrium, and a much more, you know, energy of let's do this, let's talk about this, and let's work together. Let's have a look at that 9 of Cups. We've got the Viaggio, which is like the Knight of Wands, the Traveler. We have Amica, which is a card of harmony. This is very much like my marriage card in the Sibillas. This is your confidant, your best friend. Okay, this is someone that there is also a friendship with. And we've got the Disgrazia. Oh my God. So a sudden shift and awakening. We know that the Disgrazia can be something shifting quickly. This is an epiphany. I don't only see it as disaster. No, I see it as a major shift and awakening. And here we've got the Artista. So the Artista is someone who's been doing their homework. They've seen the truth. You know, this is very much about the scientist. He's got the ingenious mind. He's also someone able to look at those little details and pick up on those, but also make some sort of a discovery. So this is the epiphany through that time of putting the work in. Now, again, the artista could also be someone who works in a legal field, someone who is open to communicate, to collaborate. And yes, this is someone that can see into the future. So even if this is another side to you, dear Sagittarius, we know that the artista has made some sort of a discovery. This is someone who sits behind a desk. But yes, this could also be that all of a sudden, this is a major shift which is going to bring a lot of abundance and happiness, as this collaboration is going to take you to the future, and it is going to bring you much. It holds a lot of promise. Let me take one Sibilla on this Five of Wands. Five of Wands is, you know, it can be a little bit of a conflict as it is change. We've got the Lamatrice here, which is very creative. She is someone who's got a lot of creative power. She moves towards what she desires. And the Lamatrice, she's also someone who could also be a leader. So, dear Sagittarius, I do feel that this is you moving towards something that you desire to manifest, and you could be taking the lead on this group effort and bringing in something that's very valuable to you. Let's just take one more card after this artista, which I'm going to say, I feel as though the illusions are broken here and the truth is coming out. So you're able to see, you're able to have the clarity if someone has tried to pull the wool over your eyes, or if there has been any confusion about you finding your harmony. Okay, and we've got the Morte, which is transformation, change. Something has been discovered that was very deeply hidden, and this is newness. With the Morte brings something brand new. And we've got the Pensiero. Wow. New contracts could be. Pensiero is the hermit who's seen the truth. We've got those legal documents here. Someone has been thinking a lot about their future. Now, the Pensiero could also be someone who has had a spiritual awakening. So an awakening of what is important to them. And this will bring a lot of manifestation here. Someone has been soul searching, if not searching the world. They've been searching their soul, and they now see the truth. Okay, as the Pensiero, many times I do see it as collaboration. So giving and receiving. It's very similar to the Six of Pentacles to me. So this is the equilibrium that is coming through. Someone's needed to transform though. Something has needed to change. You know, the Death card, which is Pluto. All right, everyone. I think I will leave it at that. Let's leave it at that. I do hope that it provided a little bit of clarity for you. It is a bit of an uphill thing here, as there is a fair bit of conflictual energy here as well. The change is not easy, and something suddenly is going to be shifting. So it could be something that's coming down that will need rebuilding. But whatever will be rebuilt, I believe that that's going to be a collaboration, the rebuilding. Whatever will be rebuilt for you will be something much more solid and long-lasting. Okay? All right, thank you. Hello, dear Capricorn. Thank you for being here. This is your Saturn retrograde tarot part of the reading. Dear Capricorn, hope that you're all well. Let's see what that retrograde season will bring for you. So you will be affected in your first and second houses. First house, we know, is where the rising is. So this is how you are being seen out in the world. It's all about you. Okay, so first house affects you very much on all levels. Okay, so second house is the house of values, of course, our comforts, our self-worth. Okay, first and second houses are all about that. So let's see what's going on for you. And we know that Saturn is your ruling planet, and therefore it's very important for you. The retrograde here is going to give you a bit of a breather, but we know that Saturn also is double the karma. So let's have a look. We have the Sun, okay, and the Sun is beautiful in the Lenormand, in the Tarot as well. The Sun can speak of clarity, of course, health. It can speak of children. It is also the energy of Leo. The Sun brings vitality, it brings a clear understanding as well. We've got the bridges here. Okay, some of you are having a very strong understanding that you are at a point of change. Your life is changing on a very fundamental level. The bridge, okay, the bridge is either speaks here of bridging the gap from a past relationship. Okay, some of you may also be physically wanting to move, okay, and you may be needing to cross over bridge, whether it's physically or emotionally. And we've got the papers, the legal papers, the letter, which can mean news coming through. This can also be the red tape. So whatever you are manifesting, dear Capricorn, it's as though you're crossing over a bridge, okay? You're moving into something that can be legal, anything to do with what you're creating, anything to do with your risk-taking, as well as you taking a chance and having, taking a chance to bring changes into your life. With the legal documents here, okay, this is the red tape. It's going to take a bit of time. Let's see. And here we've got the female. So if you are the divine feminine, this is you. If you are the divine masculine watching this, then this is your partner. I do feel that Capricorn is moving towards communicating what they truly desire, what they truly want to create. She does have the Venus sign there. She's wearing the Venus necklace, which is, Venus is love, money, values, comforts. Okay, now the second house is the house that is ruled by Venus. So even though in this feminine, divine feminine, there is more passion. So a lot of you may have strong Leo in your chart. Now, of course, you could be dealing with a Leo person that is coming from a place of love and desire. Okay. And what is fire? I do see this as very strong fire. Fire is all about manifestation and moving towards what you want to create here. Very creative energies as well. So there is a strong desire for communication, dear Capricorn. Some of you are moving from being more grounded. You're more fiery, I believe, in this time. You're going to be looking for something much more quick. And what I mean by quick to create. You're quickly moving towards what you desire and what you value. So if you have been dealing with someone that was, and I'm going to say for some of you, if you've been dealing with someone that it was all about them and they had a very strong ego, then you could be communicating that this is not what you want. You want more of a balance. Some of you may be crossing the bridge. This could also mean moving towards someone that is at a distance to you. Your passion is driving you there. Now, if, as I said, for those of you that have been dealing with someone that had a very strong ego and they were only feeding their ego in a partnership or relationship, this could be the change that is coming in, as the second house is all about self-worth, things of value, and again, the physical body. And we do have a lot of nudity here, so it does show things related to the physical body here. Let's have a look at the tarot for Capricorn, please, Spirit. We have the Hermit, and the Hermit is spiritual, very spiritual energy, but someone's been holding back. They've been trying to see the light. Virgo is also here. We've got the Judgment card. So some of you have been spiritually awakening, okay? Maybe even connecting to Spirit, looking for the answers to heal some sort of a situation that was left in the past. Maybe you thought that there was no chance for the resurrection of it. Others of you may have been judged in the past. Maybe you've judged someone else in the past. Some of you are moving towards what you desire. You will be signing on that dotted line. For others of you, this could be news that is coming in and someone is crossing the bridge. Okay, and what I mean by crossing the bridge, this is like an awakening where they're changing totally where they put their importance into. So this is another awakening, the Judgment card. Okay, so for those of you that have been judged harshly, it may be as though the tables have turned right now. I feel here. Let's take another card, because this is very strongly Pluto. Pluto is things that have been hidden, that are coming up, that are rising up. Okay, this is the resurrection of things that needed airing. Okay, so again, Scorpio is very strong where the intimacy is concerned. Scorpio is also very fixed. So is Leo. Here we've got the King of Cups. King of Cups is someone that's open emotionally. Yes, it could be a Cancerian. Could also be a Scorpio that you're dealing with. But we've also got Virgo here. What's at the bottom of the deck? And we've got the Five of Cups. So Five of Cups, yes, crossing over that bridge. Look at that, everyone. Leaving the past in the past. For some of you, this could be, if this is a committed partnership or relationship, okay, you are communicating about what's valuable to you. Some of you will be opening your heart, okay. This is the communication of it. There is fundamental changes here as the bridges are here. And the bridge, I see it as connecting, okay. So either where there hasn't been connection, now this, you know, here comes the second chance. This King of Cups is someone that's open emotionally. He is also someone who's very selfless, but maybe he is someone that needed a very deep connection. And therefore, I know that Capricorn, maybe because you are Earth, maybe you have not been someone that has been connecting on a very deep level, and this is the change that's coming in for you. There we do have the Two of Cups there, which means that there is change coming through and there is a connection or a coming together, an understanding, an emotional understanding, or a celebration of, yes, let's do this. So for some of you that are in a committed partnership, this is you crossing over to the other side, okay, the next chapter in your life. For those of you that are connecting on a you know, you've been single and you're connecting now to the other side of your life. And what I mean by that is you have spiritually grown here, and whatever was not working for you and in the past, that's what you're transforming. I do feel that, dear Capricorn, and I feel as though you're going to be much more communicative, but very deep, and not only be open physically, okay, to connection, but also be very open with your heart, as the King of Cups is someone that is very heartfelt, okay. So we know that Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Saturn doesn't show emotion, okay. So now this is a difference here where, dear Capricorn, you may be now open emotionally and you're meeting your partner halfway. Or this is the change in you that is going to be much more open emotionally, and you're ready to connect on a very deep level, okay. to others. Okay, so you may be meeting someone that you share the same values on, as the past obviously did not, there was no sharing on the same level. The Hermit is someone who needed to have that growth spurt, to see the truth, to find their own truth. Okay? All right. I think that I will leave it at that, dear Capricorn. I do hope that this helped you. I forgot to take 3 Sibillas. Wow. Let's take the Judgment card. We have the Dottore. Dottore is a number 13, so Scorpio, Plutonian change here. There is a sense of healing. Okay. We've got Viaggio, which is your knight in shining armor coming through. We've also got a voyage here, as I said, crossing over that bridge. This could be physically crossing over to another area of the world, as we've been going through the lockdown. Yes, it's been harsh. So the Viaggio is someone that's willing to go the distance, of course. And we've got the Capricorn here, those chains, those restrictions. Okay, so the prigione is the obligation. Someone's been trying to come forth with their open heart, or they're emotionally ready to communicate, but there has been a lot. They've had a lot on their plate, maybe even dealings with the law here. Okay, let's have a look. And we've got the Casa here. So the holdback may have been from family, anything to do with tradition, anything to do with commitments as well. But this is very similar to the Two of Cups, where there is an understanding that someone wants to build a strong foundation here. Okay, this is not only an emotional connection, it's also a physical one, one that will, you know, manifest. It's reality. The Casa is an establishment. Yes, this also could be a business, okay? Something that will provide you the security in the future, something very long-lasting. Okay, and this could also speak of, yes, taking your business, going through all that red tape, taking your business and what you've created to something very stable, but also to, you know, showing your light. What you've created, you're showing it to the rest of the world here. But there is, of course, that red tape, having to look at those documents, put in the work to clear any obstacles or any forks in the road that you've had, okay, with the law, any government agencies, anything like that. All right? So yes, it is proving yourself. You are getting the rewards though. Dear Capricorn, now I can say I finished your reading. Thank you so much. Hello, dear Aquarius. How are you all? Let's have a look at your Saturn retrograde season. Now, Saturn is your ancient ruling planet, so this will be very important for you. Dear Aquarius, you are being affected. So this is for Aquarius Sun and Aquarius Rising. You are being affected in your 12th house as well as your first house, okay? Mainly your 12th house though, and we know that 12th house is the house of endings. It's also the dark house. It's a very spiritual house. It is the house of karma, the releasing of karma. Let's see what's going on for you. We've got the divine masculine here. If you are feminine, then this is your partner. If you are the divine masculine, then this is you. This for me is the boy next door. This is someone, he's holding a rose, as you could see here. So this, he could be thinking of offering his rose, an offer of some sort. We've got the mountain, and the mountain can speak of obstacles. Okay, mountain, this could speak of a mountainous area, or that a karmic cycle needs to end. Okay, you're working through a karmic cycle that needs to end. Now, this is also overcoming hurdles. This is a bit of a challenge. There's problems here and difficulties. Let's see what else we've got. And we've got the dog. So the dog is the card of loyalty. Okay, this is a follower. This is someone that is loyal to what they want to manifest. Okay, this is devotion, obedience, support as well. So this is a helping hand in the obstacles here, dear Aquarius. Now, this divine masculine could be someone that lives in a very mountainous area. We have been on lockdown. This could also mean difficulties coming closer. We know that the dog can also be very playful, but this is strong friendship as well. There have been obstacles where love is concerned. Let's have a look. Now, 12th house could mean it is the house of clandestine relationships as well, but it could also mean of distance, right? So let's have a look. We've got the Two of Swords. So there is a decision that this divine masculine needs to make, a decision about an ending. 10 of Swords. This is the end. Okay. This is the end. This could mean that this is the decision that was necessary from this divine masculine to make has been quite a burden for them. It's been really hard. They were not able to maybe move past these blockages until the ending of a cycle has come in. It's been really hard, dear Aquarius. I believe that this is mainly you. I feel that that is your energy for a lot of you. Let's see. And we've got the Three of Swords. Wow, dear Aquarius. Dear, dear Aquarius. What's at the bottom of the deck? And we've got the Eight of Pentacles. I do feel that Aquarius, or whoever this divine masculine is, I do feel that there is a lot of heartbreak here. Okay, and it's been really, really tough. Now, some of you, we've got the 2 and the 3 here, which equals 5. You've been in some sort of a competitive competition, something like that. Could revolve around work, could revolve around love. Yes. For those of you that this is concerning love, there's obviously been a third person here, and this may be something that you're finding out. Dear Aquarius, so look at the Two of Swords. Two of Swords, there is a blindfold here. So someone has been, obviously they've come to the end of a cycle here, and they've been trying to make a decision without having all the knowledge. But we know that this is the 10 of Swords is the darkest before the dawn. So it does turn into the Ace. The truth is communicated, it's seen, and there is still a heartbreak here. Now with the Eight of Pentacles is someone that is throwing themselves into work or putting in the effort to try and overcome this heartbreak. Now I'm going to say, yes, this could even be health issues here. So we know that the first house is how we're seen out in the world. It's also the physical body. So some of you may have had maybe even issues where health is concerned, and it's sort of related to work as well. Maybe a lot of stress, and there may have been heart issues. So some sort of surgery necessary here. And we know that the dog here is someone who needs, this is someone who wants to have fun. There is too much serious energy here for Aquarius. Let's take another card on that Three of Swords. And we've got the Two of Pentacles. Wow. 2 twos. Aquarius, you are trying to find your balance, but you are dealing with things that are very dark, things that are hidden. Something that you don't know, something that you cannot see, has left you heartbroken. Now, some of you may have been working so hard that you've had so much on your plate And that's where the heartbreak is. You want to have fun. You're not able to here. There is a lot of heavy energy here. Let's take some of my Sibillas here. Let's have a look. There is some sort of an ending of a major cycle, but it does give you the clarity. For those of you that are cutting away a relationship of any sort of the past, it has been really hard, and now you may be working really hard to move into something new. You're putting double the energy here. Some of you may be leaving a past commitment, because we've got 10 Pentacles here. Okay, 10 Pentacles, and here we've got the 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups is a soulmate connection. Some of you may be in a connection that you believed would make it. I feel as though there's been a major fork in the road, and there's a lot of heartbreak here. And this is what you're trying to clear. You're trying to, you know, find your footing, your balance, as you've lost that, dear Aquarius. Let's take the 10 of Swords. We have the dog, loyalty. Some of you have been deceived from someone you thought was very loyal. Okay, and if this is the heartbreak from a friendship, that may also include love. There's been an ending here and a major heartbreak. Someone is waiting for their ships to come through. They're hoping and wishing maybe for that message to come through. They're waiting. Look at this little dog. He wants to go out and play. He's waiting on his master. He's waiting for that leash to be taken. He wants to go out and have fun. So he is waiting on something or someone. And we've got the Prigione. So this is Saturnian energy, heavy. There is a lot of loyalty. Some of you that have been trying to manifest a love relationship, there has been a huge obstacle in your life. A huge obstacle. And this is very Saturnian. With a Prigione, the Prigione is obligations. Some of you have had a lot on your plate. You're tired of that. You want to have more fun. You want to lighten your load, okay, as you've suffered a fair bit here. I want to take a couple more cards, as it is necessary for me to do that with so many difficult cards here. Let's take another tarot card on that 2 of Pentacles. And we've got the 10 of Wands, another burden, but getting to the end of it, getting to your goal. We know that the 10s turn into the ace. Now, you've still got a lot on your plate. I want to take another couple more Sibillas on the Prigione. You've been waiting forever. You've been very loyal, but there have been karmic issues that you've needed to take care of. We've got the Consolante Sorpresa, which is a sudden change. This is Uranus. This is your modern ruling planet. A sudden shift, a sudden change is coming through. This is like an epiphany of something changing. We've got the Morte, which is Scorpio. So something that has been hidden is suddenly coming through. There has been a transformation. Pluto is taking care of things here. And here we've got the Constanza, which is something unchanging. And I do feel that there is a lot around this card which speaks of happiness, but being constant and unchanging, that's what's going to get you to your goal, your desired outcome here. As I do feel as though you've been very loyal and unchanging, unwavering in your loyalty to a connection, a strong connection. Let's just take another Lenormand on that little dog there. And we've got the bear, and the bear speaks of protection. It does speak of the mother that wants to protect her cubs. But the bear is also strength of character, Okay, so we've got a leader here and we've got a follower here. So dear Aquarius, who takes which role in your life? Okay, someone is willing to lead. Okay, someone wants to have fun. Someone's got a lot on their plate. So depending on which side of the fence you're on, we do have a childlike, someone who's very innocent. They need security, nurturing. And someone is looking for that in someone who is going to take the lead, to lead them to happiness. So dear Aquarius, you can flip the reading over as well. I do see that there is a lot of work that is necessary here, but putting in the work will take you to your desired outcome and a sense of new beginning. Okay, I can see that there has been a lot. It's not going to be easy for you, dear Aquarius, as we know that 12th house is endings. Something really needs to end for you to move into newness. And Aquarius, you are all about the future. So I feel as though there is something you need to close this chapter. Okay. All right. I will leave you there. Thank you so much. Many blessings to you all. Hello, dear Pisces. How are you? Pisces Sun and Pisces Rising. Let's see what's happening for you and the Saturn retrograde season. How will that be affecting you? Dear Pisces, you will be affected in the area of the 11th house, which is friendships. It's the house of humanitarian. It's the house of earned income after career. Okay. And the 12th house is also the house of endings, things that are hidden, clandestine relationships. It is a very karmic house, the 12th house, but it's also the house of unconditional love. Okay, so the 11th house is also the house of wishes and dreams. Let's see for you what's going on. And we've got the mice. We have the mask. And we have the owls. Wow, not easy energies, dear Pisces. Not easy at all. What's at the bottom? We've got the bridges. So we've got a few new cards. This is the Guilded Reverie Lenormand. So there are extra messages here. The mice does speak very much about loss. It speaks of depletion, some sort of a destruction, some flaw. Okay. It can speak of financial losses as well, but also a bit of a nuisance energy. Now, we've got the mask here, and the mask does speak of, someone wearing a mask, something that is unknown. Now, in these cards, we've got the sun here, and the sun is next to the mice. So you're going to see things that haven't been working for you, okay? Things that you may have tried to manifest, to create, okay? That will be shown to you. You will also see what losses you've suffered. And here we've got the moon. The moon does speak of something motherly. It's also, the moon can speak of fears, the fears of the unknown, but the moon can also speak of strong intuition. Now we've also got the owl here, which does speak of wisdom. So anything that's been hidden, you'll be seeing it. The mask will be coming off. Okay, so things that have been hidden, this is secret knowledge. This is the mask coming off. You're going to see what was not working for you, and you are going to be crossing the bridge. So this can mean major changes, and crossing the bridge is leaving something here and going for something else. So major changes. Okay, and this is very karmic for me. It is number 38. It equals an 11. Look at the what's beneath it. We've got the cage, the solution. Escaping a situation that was not serving your highest good. That's what I see here, dear Pisces. But this, the owls can also speak of intelligence. So some of you may have been working really hard at this. We've gone through a lot of loss, financial loss. Some of you may have been working things out, so doing things differently. You haven't been sharing this to the world. Let's see what else we've got. I think that Pisces has been working hard behind the scenes, and this is saying that you need to continue doing that. Go with your wisdom. Know that whatever you can feel, okay, you are very intuitive. You can use your intuition, no doubt. Let's see what else we've got. Yes, a lot of worry, 9 of Swords. A lot of things that have been dark in your life will be shown to you. We've got the 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands, right? 7 of Wands is a conflictual energy, but it does say that you've got the upper hand. You can, whatever conflict is ahead of you, you've got the power to overcome it. Now, whatever is ahead of you, you've got the upper hand, if you know what I mean. You've got the help from spirit here. 7s are always spiritual to me, and we've got the Emperor here. So I'm going to say that the Emperor, being a Aries, Taurus, doesn't have to be, of course. The Emperor can speak of someone who needs to put in the hard work, take on the power of the Emperor. A lot of you are looking for something secure. If you have been dealing with someone that was very hidden, they were not communicating their emotions, they were not showing their true feelings. We know that the Emperor could be someone that's very holding back. It is some sort of a fork in the road here, but I feel that you're taking charge and, you know, taking action when it's called for. That will bring you something much more secure. And we know that the Emperor is also someone who's been through many lessons. They've grown, okay, through the Saturnian lessons. For those of you that are dealing with an Emperor who is your blockage, your difficulty, okay, as he does usually show up as that difficult energy, the door that is closed, I think that you will be bypassing this Emperor and moving into something else. Now, we've got the Ace of Cups here, Queen of Swords, there you go. I do believe that you are more than likely going to be cutting away someone that was not showing their true feelings, their emotions. If this is a boss that was not giving you, that was leading you on to, you know, letting you think that the promotion, the hard work that you've put in, that it would come back to you, I feel as though you're going to let that go and you're moving into something new. This could also be a new connection in love, as the Emperor may be someone that you are leaving behind. Now, with the 7 of Wands, this could say also that you're dealing with someone that's got a very strong ego. 6 of Wands, 7 of Wands, right? So 6 of Wands is someone that's very, very successful at what they do, but a strong ego can come along with it. And I feel a sense of a lot of friction here, a lot of friction. Let's have a look. I want to take a few more cards. We've got the bridges here. I'm just going to put it down. I want to have a look at those owls. And the owls are very Piscean. So what is lurking in the dark? What is hidden from you? Use your intuition. Use your knowledge. Let's have a look. And we've got the ring here. And the ring can mean some sort of a cycle that you've been going through. We know that the ring can also mean commitment, a promise, also cooperation, but also cycles. I feel that a lot of you could be breaking the cycle of the past. Wherever there's been a heavy loss, someone has not let you move towards your wish fulfillment. Now also, again, the promotion. For some of you, this could be that you are bypassing, okay, bypassing this Emperor and moving into something much more stable, something that's going to bring you the stability after hard work, of course. This could be a new boss for others of you. For others of you, this is the person you're leaving behind, as we've got the Ace of Cups here, okay, Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is cutting away whatever is not working for her. And we've got the 6 of Wands here, remember? as I was talking about here in this 7. Now, some of you have got the power to bypass this Emperor. Others of you will be taking on the position. This could be, yes, some sort of a promotion as well. And what I mean by promotion is more money coming through, because the 11th house is the house of wishes and dreams, but it's also the earned income after work. Some of you have proven yourself, and this could be a promotion, okay? Now, for some of you, this could be a pleasant surprise as well, that this Emperor was keeping from you. And we know that Saturn does give the rewards after the hard work has been done. Some of you have been, you know, spinning your wheel and not getting anywhere. Blind faith, you've been using your wisdom. I do feel that that blind faith for some of you will bring in the change, the ending of a cycle. This is crossing over a bridge, starting a brand new cycle, dear Pisces. Okay, starting a new relationship, starting a new job, receiving a promotion. And for some of you, yes, you're leaving behind, could be a narcissistic and very egotistical partnership or connection. You're starting a new relationship as you are breaking a cycle. Let's see. Let's take the Emperor. We have Bambino, which is newness. This can be a literal child, yes. We've got the Merchant. Merchant is someone that's gone through transformation. They're putting in a lot of thought into contracts, maybe even business. The Merchant is import-export. The Merchant could be thinking of a contractual agreement where commitment, where, you know, a long-lasting commitment. With the Emperor sitting here, some of you, this is someone that will give you the stability. As you've proven, you have proven your love. You've gone through, you know, you've gone through all the challenges. You've been through the thick and the thin, and now you could be stabilizing also. Something that is going to be brand new, and that's going to bring you a sense of commitment here. And we've got the dispiacere. And the dispiacere, what I feel here is that first, this means that someone is, yes, very upset that they're not able to break this cycle, and they're going to have to put more effort into it. For others of you, this could be also something that you're leaving behind, which was not easy for you to leave behind. Okay, as the Merchant could be the decision, let's say, the decision whether they're going to change. If this has been, you know, where you got to the point where you've given someone a choice, yes or no. Like, or maybe the choice has been given to you. Do we continue this? This is a final decision where someone's had to make their choice. Are they going to move ahead or not? I do feel that the first initial decision is going to be difficult, okay, as we've got an ace here, but it's also very hard, dear Pisces, the first initial emotion that comes from the decision made here. Here we've got the card of Speranza as well. So Speranza can mean fears, fearing the worst, but it is also a card of hope. Here we've got Gelosia. Some of you are fearing that you've lost time. Okay, you've been in a connection where there was a lot of jealousy and narcissistic tendencies here. And you could be in a connection where we've got the child here and the father. Some of you may be a father who is crying over time lost. And the Gelosia card can also mean just jealousy, you know, being in a very narcissistic relationship and having regrets about the past, not doing things differently. And here we've got the Domestico. This is a very karmic situation. we know that the domestico is someone supposedly that is working on your behalf, helping you. But the domestico is someone where there are trust issues here. So I feel as though those of you that are dealing with someone that was not open, that was not, working as a team here, as we know that the Emperor here could also be someone that's got a lot on their plate, of course. And this could also mean that there is a major age difference here. The Emperor with a child, this is a big difference in age. You have been dealing, or you will be dealing with a karmic situation that needs to change here, dear Pisces. Now, the jealousy card, we know that the Emperor can also speak successes and stability. So for those of you that have been pushing towards getting stable, you've left past relationships where they've been very fleeting and you've suffered loss, emotional loss. Now, for some of you, yes, the Emperor could be someone that you can depend on. And, they do come along. This is a business person. This is someone that is the boss. So the jealousy card here could also be people that are around you that you think are there to help you or be your friends. You're going to be seeing the other side to them. So look out for that, okay? Look out for that. And we know that the domestico is also someone who is close to you, close to your home. Okay, so interesting. I just want to take one card on that, on the ring card, which can speak of a new commitment, an offer for work, a promotion. We know that the ring can be a card of honor. Your hard work may be honored. And here we've got temperance. And temperance is Sagittarius. Sag is all about the truth. Temperance can also speak of distance, okay? Sagittarius is different cultures, philosophy, okay? Some of you have worked really hard. You've been waiting on the divine to bring you something new. We know that temperance also speaks of healing and balance as well. I do feel that with the Ace of Cups here, whatever you are starting new is going to bring you balance and the beginning of, the potential of happiness here. There are a few of you here which are leaving a narcissistic, dark, hurtful relationship behind and moving into something new. And yes, it could be something that is divinely orchestrated for you in your own life. Okay, so I will leave it at that, dear Pisces. I want to thank you so much, sending you much love, much light. Talk to you soon.